You walk into a store for something simple, and within seconds, everything changes. A quick errand turns into a painful fall. Today, we're talking about hazards that lead to slip and fall injuries in California stores, and why they matter more than most people think. Wet floors, dim lighting, or cluttered aisles can catch anyone off guard. And these situations often lead to serious injuries, especially for older adults or anyone already vulnerable. So in this video, we'll walk through 3 key things. Why these hazards matter under California law, the most common risks found in stores. It's easy to assume stores are safe, but everyday conditions can quickly become dangerous. And what people often consider after a slip and fall happens. Let's start with why store hazards are taken seriously in California. It all comes down to something called premises liability, which focuses on keeping properties reasonably safe for visitors. In simple terms, businesses are expected to fix dangerous conditions, or at least warn people about them. If that doesn't happen and someone gets hurt, that situation often becomes a legal issue tied to responsibility. There are a few key ideas often discussed in these cases, like whether a hazard existed, whether it was known or should have been known, and whether it was addressed in time. These details often shape how situations like this are understood. Now let's look at the most common hazards people run into in everyday retail spaces, because many of them are surprisingly easy to overlook. Wet or slippery floors are one of the biggest risks, especially when there's no warning sign. Uneven flooring, like cracked tiles or loose mats, can also lead to sudden trips. And poor lighting can make even obvious hazards hard to see. Cluttered walkways, like boxes or misplaced items, add another layer of risk, along with broken stairs or missing handrails. These aren't rare issues, and they often lead to injuries like fractures, head trauma, or long-term complications. So what happens after a fall like this? That moment can feel overwhelming, but it's often talked about as a critical time for documenting what occurred. Many people focus on things like getting medical attention, notifying store staff, and documenting the scene with photos or videos. These details often become important when looking back at what happened. There's also the human side of this, especially for older adults. Studies show that falls are common in people over 65, and in many cases, they happen more than once, making these hazards more than just minor inconveniences. So to bring it all together, store hazards matter because businesses are expected to maintain safe spaces. Common risks like wet floors and poor lighting are everywhere. And what happens after a fall often shapes how the situation unfolds. If you want a deeper look at these risks and how they're handled, the full blog breaks everything down in more detail and gives more context around these everyday situations. And if you or someone close to you is dealing with the aftermath of a fall, know that you're not alone.